Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing the Mercedes-Benz GLC 300. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Mercedes-Benz of Salt Lake for giving me some time with this car. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check what they have. If you have any questions and you need any help, just ask for Dylan. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 255 horsepower and then 295 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the front end, first off, I think the headlight design is pretty cool, like especially with turn signals. This gray color as well, it's the Alpine gray if I remember right. It's just really sharp looking. See the grill's all blacked out. You got all the Mercedes-Benz stars in the grill, which is kind of a neat feature. But yeah, overall, it's sharp looking. So our tire wheel setup is 255 by 45 by 20 in the front and then 285 by 40 by 20 in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you've got that silver ring and then I like the blacked out spoke design in the center. Got those painted fender flares, and then notice that's unpainted, which is kind of strange contrast. But anyways, there's your side profile. Now take a look at the key fob, Mercedes logo front and center if it'll ever focus. There we go. Get your lock and unlock function built in with that, and then the opening for the hatch, and yeah, that's all. And taking a look at the cargo area, you can see cargo cover built in from the factory. Got the little tabs to throw down the seats, and quite a bit of storage overall, although the GLC is Mercedes' smaller SUV, not the smallest, but a smaller one. Anyways, when you're all done, just press that button and that will lower the hatch right back down. Here, the gas strut's working. Pretty cool taillight design here. And yeah, as for the rest of the rear, I think, again, it's a sharp-looking crossover. Now, taking a look at the door panel in the back, you can see this nice soft touch trim here at the top and then down below. And then I like this for the handle. I think that's pretty sharp looking. And then here are the seats. Get a nice trim all down the center, perforated and all that. Quickly pop in. Yeah, pretty solid legroom. Storage pocket here. You can see the vents there in the center. I like the ambient lighting. I think that's pretty cool looking. And then good headroom back here. And this leads us up front. You can see again with the trim there on the door panel down below. Heated and ventilated seats. We got memory seat function. We got all of our window controls here. The mirrors power fold in. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. Perforated all down the center. And this is cool with the trim on the dash. I like this down below as well. And a little light control right there. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see that we've got nice trim all around. Perforated here on either side. Paddle shifters here on the back for that 9-speed. Practical controls on the front, including for the center screen. Got our volume, voice command controls, adaptive cruise control controls there for the center infotainment system, or not infotainment system, gauge cluster. Getting my stuff mixed up. Turn signal, windshield wiper stalk, and then we got a column shifter. So here's a quick look at the gauge cluster itself. I like how you can change the theme. Not as many themes on this, but it's pretty cool with the overall functionality. Why is it like lagging on me? Weird. Anyways, classic view, I think that makes the most sense. Nice 360 camera system, good resolution as well. Not a huge SUV, so I don't really need it, but it's always a nice feature to have. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, this is the S-Class infotainment system, because that's the first car that I saw this in, was the Mercedes S-Class. It's quick to respond. It's got some physical shortcut buttons here at the bottom, but most everything is controlled in the screen, like the climate controls, for example. So it responds well, it's fine, and I think it's nicely integrated here because it kind of flows down into this storage area with the wireless phone charging pad in there. You can actually cover this up if you want, which is kind of a fun thing to do. Good storage. Nice trim here on the top. Same thing on the dash, too.
I cannot operate this function due to safety regulations in your country.
What? No, thank you. Why does the Mercedes always try to talk to me? It's really weird. Anyways, we got this little slider here for the sunroof, and that's all. So, visibility with this, it's not too bad. Oh, I forgot to mention the pricing when I was going to walk around. It's just over 60 grand. The MSRP on this. Again, just a little bit more expensive than a C-Class sedan. Because again, this is the C-Class of SUVs. And the thing that's impressive is I'd say the interiors and everything on these entry-level Mercedes. They feel really high quality. To me, it seems almost like Mercedes is focusing on this segment. Like they're trying to turn their brand into like a high volume. They're a high volume brand, but like a higher volume brand. That makes sense. Initially setting off, seat comfort's good, ride quality's solid. Transmission's very quick to respond, which is always a nice thing to have. And yeah, I was thinking about the interiors. Like, this is a really nice interior at this price point, and I do think that's kind of what Mercedes is going for. Is they're putting all of the, not all of the money, you know, they do a lot of cool stuff on their high-end cars, but it seems like they're putting a lot of thought into this price point. Maybe that's where they see the future of the market going towards, is these entry-level luxury cars rather than the top of the line. Yeah, transmission's it's quick, smooth as well. It rides well. It's pretty quiet in here. Pop into the sport mode. Purple Subaru. Interesting wrap color. But yeah, this is nice. I think it's like a daily driver luxury car. This is great. This is all you need, frankly. Don't get me wrong, the AMGs are really cool. Just reviewed an AMG before this, but I don't feel like it's necessary to have, you know, 600 horsepower and a big V8 when you're just going to be cruising around. Now, if I was a person of a more advanced age, we'll say, more mature age, I'd rock one of these over a high-performance AMG. So, to sum things up, interior's nice, rides well, and I do think that Mercedes is probably, them and BMW are really close. Audi, I think, is, you guys can let me know if I'm wrong, I think Audi's just kind of fallen behind. You know, they're there with the power and everything, but they don't have a special feel to them anymore. The BMW and Mercedes, they've got some stuff, like the BMW is probably the best driving dynamics in any of the segments, and the Mercedes has the nicest feeling and looking interior. Like, this feels very luxurious, and this actually kind of, I feel like, devalues the super expensive Mercedes, because this interior, in terms of the design, like, it's trying to talk to me again. Anyways, in terms of the design and material, or sorry, not the materials, the design and the layout and everything, like, it looks just as nice as a $150,000, $200,000 Mercedes. The $150,000, $200,000 Mercedes has a more premium powertrain and has nicer materials, but the design is pretty much the same. So you just feel like you're getting a lot in this. So let me know your thoughts on the GLC 300, but I think it's a great entry-level luxury SUV, and for most people, it's all you need.